Welcome to the channel, I'm Facecast, and today we're going to cover Chapter 6 in survivorio. I've had a lot of comments about this chapter, so hopefully this can help some people out. And if you have any tips that you would like to share with everyone, leave them in the comments below, and while you're down there, don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, check out the link for NordVPN in the description of this video. If you sign up for NordVPN using the link in the description of this video, you will get a free gift. Use close combat skills for protection against hordes of high HP enemies like zombie hogs, with a combination of range skills to defeat enemies with range damage like flowers from a distance. Look for boxes and utilize items like bombs, magnets, and foods to your advantage. For example, if you find it easy to clear groups of monsters, save a bomb to use against a mini-boss or primary boss. Your most preferred weapon may work best for you in this chapter. I prefer and would recommend the Light Chaser, but it is understandable that some players may not have it, and in that case, I personally like the kunai or katana. The kunai is easy to obtain and level up, and it can cause damage in every direction around you, as well as automatically inflict single target damage to bosses. The katana, in a way, is similar to the Light Chaser with limitations, of course, but it can cause mid to short range damage in the direction you are facing and behind that. And if you use the katana, keep in mind that it might be easier to attack bosses from side to side rather than up and down. In addition, the baseball bat, shotgun, and revolver aren't too shabby. There is an excellent quality and above necklace that I like to use in this chapter called the Emerald Pendant, and this necklace will generate a ring of radiation around you that deals damage over time. It's kind of like a smaller force field without the knockback effect. This is a great chapter to use the brick and 1-ton iron. The 1-ton iron will launch irons in every direction around you that cause heavy penetration damage to multiple targets. It excels in this chapter due to the open map and type of enemies that may approach you. You may often find that this skill produces the most damage in this chapter. This chapter has a lot of high HP groups of enemies like slugs and hogs, so it may be advisable to use a close range skill like the Guardian and Defender to inflict damage and knock enemies back. And if you're strong enough, you might be able to run everyone over like a lawnmower. The Force Field and Force Barrier are both great to use in this chapter, as they can cause damage to the enemy as they approach and knock them back. This chapter contains a lot of high HP hordes, and some players may find this skill and Evo skill beneficial to keep them away. However, if you require more damage, you may want to avoid this skill for something else. Also, keep in mind that an excellent Emerald Pendant necklace can generate a ring of radiation around you that deals damage over time, and although they are not the same, it does give a good amount of protection. The Drill Shot and Whistling Arrow are great at taking out enemies in the distance and against bosses. The Whistling Arrow is the evolved version of the Drill Shot, and it acts like a homing missile that automatically targets enemies. The Lightning Emitter and Supercell, the evolved version of the skill, work extremely well against bosses, as they can automatically target them and cause high damage. I think the Caltrops, the evolved version of the Durian, can really get you out of trouble in just about every chapter. In theory, you could run underneath the Caltrops while it demolishes enemies for the entire duration of the match, but that will not always benefit you, nor help you upgrade your skills and weapons. So consider using the Caltrops if you need a quick escape route, or Wrecking Ball to demolish enemies all across your screen. The Quantum Ball excels in the later stages of this chapter, especially around the 13-minute mark when things get hectic. The Quantum Ball launches balls that bounce against enemy targets and against the side of your screen. It is great at defeating or helping you defeat hordes of high HP monsters in a distance. For the first 1 minute and 30 seconds, you will fight bats and slugs. I would advise you to try to level up your weapon, loot as much as you can, and get a close combat type of skill such as the Guardian. At the 1 minute 30 mark, flowers with ranged damage will appear. Try to get behind them or kill them with a ranged weapon to avoid taking damage. At 2 minutes, a mini boss slug will appear. It's slow and easy to kite. You can run away from it if you are having issues until you have enough skills to fight it. At the 3 minute mark is a zombies incoming alert, and hordes of bats will approach from all sides, as well as flowers. The bats are fast, and the flowers have ranged damage, which makes it harder to maneuver around, but the bats can easily be defeated with close combat skills like the Guardian or Force Field. At 4 minutes, slugs will appear. They are slow moving and easy to avoid, but can overwhelm you with their numbers. Keep attacking them, keep looting, and upgrading your skills as much as you can. At 5 minutes is the first boss assault alert, and the Spit Bloom will appear. The Spit Bloom is a stationary boss, and it will launch projectiles the way it's facing, so move the other direction to avoid taking damage. After the boss is defeated, high HP zombie hogs will appear that drop blue and gold diamonds when they die, which help you level up your weapon and skills faster. If slugs slugs were a problem before, then these guys are an even bigger problem. So make sure to use close combat skills like the Guardian, Force Field, and 1-ton Iron to try to defeat them, and keep a distance. Also, skills like the Durian or Caltrops can clear a path, making an escape from hordes of these monsters possible. In addition, locate bombs on the map and use them when necessary to defeat hordes of high HP monsters. At 6 minutes, bats will appear, and at 7 minutes, slugs will try to ambush you from every side. At 8 minutes is another zombies incoming alert, and bats and flowers will approach from all sides. It's potentially best to keep moving and looting while avoiding range damage from the flowers. You may even focus on defeating flowers before moving on to other monsters. At the 9-minute mark, a mini-boss construction worker will start chasing you, so be prepared. It does have decent speed and may approach from the side, giving you less time to react. You may want to kite it or make it chase you in order to kill it. After this, zombie hogs will approach once more, and skills like the 1-ton Iron may be very useful in this situation. In addition, if overwhelmed, keep in mind that the Caltrops can be used to create an escape route. At 10 minutes is the next boss assault alert, and the Rusher Papillon Butterfly will appear. This boss launches projectiles in multiple directions, which are quite fun to avoid actually, and it will rush you, causing damage, so don't stand still and keep moving. Kite this boss like you would any other boss. Let it chase you and you can defeat it. If you are struggling to defeat this boss, a weapon like the kunai may be beneficial, as it will automatically target the boss from a distance. Once the boss is defeated, more zombie pigs will appear, and after 2 minutes of zombie pigs, at the 12-minute mark, bats and slugs will approach from all sides, along with another construction worker mini-boss. Close combat evo skills like the Defender, 1-ton Iron, and even Force Barrier do well here. And don't forget that if you are surrounded, the Caltrops can create an escape route. At the 13-minute mark, more hogs will approach, and this is where things can get out of hand. Close combat and AoE skills are potentially optimal for these types of situations. The Defender, the Force Barrier, alongside the ability to heal HP every few seconds, and the Quantum Ball work very well here. Finally, at the 15-minute mark is the final boss, the Mega Devourer, a giant caterpillar-looking monster that follows you around and shoots projectiles at you. Skills like the Whistling Arrow and Supercell can be useful when attacking this boss. So try to kite this boss, let it chase you, and let your skills and weapon do all the work. Thank you so much for watching this walkthrough. If you have any questions or anything you would like to share, please feel free to leave a comment below. Thanks again, smash like, subscribe, and have a great day.